So the Incredible Hulk is one of the greatest heroes or threats in the Marvel Universe, depending on how you look at it, and he's one of the strongest beings of all time. But today, we're going to be talking about World War Hulk, or more specifically, 10 heroes who can beat World War Hulk. And to make this a bit more interesting, I'm not going to be using heroes who have super strength, super speed, all that. So Thor, Sentry, and Blue Marvel will not be on this list. But before we talk about who is on the list, let's first talk about World War Hulk for a sec. And just to make it easier, I'm just going to be calling him Hulk. Now, Hulk has been described as never being angrier by Doctor Strange, which means that he's never been stronger before. He destroyed Iron Man, She-Hulk, Hercules, Colossus, and Juggernaut, and fought all out against Sentry. I mean, the whole premise was that Hulk was going to fight against all the heroes on Earth, so that kind of shows you his strength. Hulk is also durable enough to survive attacks from all those characters basically unscathed, and really nothing could hurt him. He's also got an incredible regenerative factor, able to survive being shot with adamantium shrapnel, regenerates his eyes being clawed out, and being impaled in the head and the chest. Plus, Professor X couldn't control his mind. So who can beat him? Let's dive right in. Iceman. Now, Iceman is an Omega level mutant with the ability to turn his entire body into organic ice. He can augment his size, growing 100 feet tall, and can also freeze the moisture in the air and create objects like slides and projectiles. Iceman can reform damaged or missing body parts, and can even reform his entire body, as he's even been able to reform himself from sentient water vapor. He can also turn anything down to absolute zero, which is where the molecules don't even move, and this will kill the Hulk. So because the Hulk has no way to put down Iceman for good, and Bobby can bring Hulk down to absolute zero, I believe he can beat the Hulk. Invisible Woman. Sue Storm is the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four, even though she may not look like it. Now, Sue actually fought Hulk during World War Hulk, and didn't do so hot, but she was mostly playing defense the whole time, and was trying to protect her husband and family too. But this time, she's going to be by herself, and she knows what World War Hulk is capable of, so we'll see how she does. She can turn herself or any object completely invisible, and can fly or levitate by pushing her energy through air molecules. But what can give Invisible Woman the victory is her ability to create force fields. She can create essentially impenetrable force fields, create weapons, use the force field to move things, make things explode by creating a shield inside of it, and then expanding it, and suffocating someone by putting a shield around their head and then not letting air in. And I really want to focus on these last two, because that's how Sue can take the victory, by either expanding a force field inside Hulk's body and killing him, or by suffocating him. Ghost Rider. Now, Ghost Rider also battled against Hulk during the World War Hulk storyline, and while a winner was never really declared, I want to talk about the fight and break it down a bit. So for starters, the fight starts off with Johnny Blaze versus Hulk, and Blaze isn't doing too hot. Puns. Doctor Strange even mentions that while Ghost Rider's powers are essentially limitless, they are kept in check by the human host. As the fight progresses though, Zarathos the demon takes over for Johnny Blaze, and unleashes a massive blast of hellfire that injures the Hulk. However, Ghost Rider ends up driving off, because he avenges the innocent, and the Illuminati are not innocent. However, it was very clear from Strange's response that Zarathos could have defeated the Hulk if he had wanted to. Doctor Strange. Speaking of Doctor Strange, he also makes our list. And yes, these two have both fought before, but there was a lot going on in that fight, as Strange has called upon the powers of a demon, and he was destroying the Hulk, until he thought he had accidentally injured some people. Plus, just to make the story progress, they weren't going to let the Hulk lose to a member of the Illuminati, so I think a lot of that fight was because of the plot. Now, if they actually fought just straight out with no one around, then I believe Doctor Strange would win. He just has so much versatility on his side, and even though Hulk is clearly more physically powerful, Strange could send him into another dimension, transmute his body, manipulate the gamma energy in his body, really do whatever he wants. Doctor Strange could definitely win. Black Bolt. Black Bolt also fought Hulk in World War Hulk. Wow, he really fought everyone. But that was a Skrull imposter, and not the true Inhuman King. So how would the real Black Bolt fare against World War Hulk? He would destroy him. Whispers have completely destroyed powerful opponents. He's annihilated mountain ranges before, and it's been said that a single word will be capable of destroying half the planet. So if Black Bolt lets out a continuous shout, then yeah, I feel like World War Hulk is going to be going down. Jean Grey. Jean Grey is an Omega level telepath and telekinetic, and she is just insanely powerful. For starters, she could use her telekinetic ability to send him flying miles away, to simply suspend him in the air, or even possibly suffocate him. She could also use her telepathy to destroy Hulk's mind. Now in the comic, Professor X tried to control Hulk's mind, but he couldn't, because Hulk's mind was unstable or whatever. I think that's stupid though, because Charles Xavier has been able to read the mind of Ego the Living Planet, who was super duper insane at the time. So I think that that's just because of the plot. In an actual fight, Professor X could control Hulk's mind, and so could Jean Grey. Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde is a powerful mutant and member of the X-Men. She is able to phase through solid objects by allowing the molecules of her body to travel through the space between the molecules of whatever solid object she's trying to pass through. She can also render other people and objects intangible by touching them. She can even kill opponents by phasing them into solid objects and then releasing them, causing them to solidify while still inside the object. Kitty actually managed to do this to World War Hulk, but just his arms, and Hulk was able to survive because of his healing factor. However, if Kitty had fully submerged Hulk or gone for his head, I think there could have been a very different result and a victory for Kitty Pryde. Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl might seem like a joke to some, but I assure you she's anything but. Squirrel Girl has defeated the Mandarin, Dr. Doom, the Avengers, twice, Korvac, Fing Fang Foom, Ego the Living Planet, and Thanos. All by herself. If you don't think that she can take down Hulk too, then you're sadly mistaken. Magneto. Magneto is a powerful mutant who started out as the X-Men's first arch-nemesis, but in recent years has fought alongside the team. Now Magneto's powers give him mastery over all forms of magnetism, and he can use this power to manipulate any kind of metal, create powerful force fields, and project blast of energy. Magneto can also lift over thousands of tons with his magnetic powers, and direct his powers inward to increase his own physical strength. But what will give Magneto the victory is his ability to control the magnetic particles in living beings, reversing their blood flow or ripping out any ferrous elements through their tissues. And finally, we have Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff is the Scarlet Witch, a mutant with the powers of probability manipulation and reality warping abilities. She can cause basically anything to happen, such as spontaneous combustion, rapid decay, or disruption of energy fields. She can also transform people or objects, fire powerful beams of magic, and overall just alter reality on a vast scale. So I do believe that she can take down World War Hulk. So there we have it. Those are 10 heroes who can beat World War Hulk. What do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button for more videos just like this one every single week.